marketing's over here, and they've got their little silo. And then sales is over here, and they've got their little silo. And customer service is over here, and they've got their silo. And they don't talk to each other. Sales complains about marketing. They don't give me the tools I need to be successful. Marketing complains about sales. They don't use our stuff. We spend all this time on it, and they don't use it. They don't even know what they're supposed to say. And then customer service is sitting over here. Those two fight all the time. What is wrong with these people? And then by the time they get to customer service, they're just trying to put it back together. Because we've got these crumbled customers who have this disjointed message that just doesn't make any sense. So my encouragement to you is if you have an organization where you've got more than one or two salespeople, get them to talk to each other, but talk to marketing, talk to customer service. And the communication between those departments is going to save you a lot of headaches down the road. I'll give you a couple of examples. I did some work for a large credit union, national credit union. They were so siloed that they had loan professionals, they had cash management professionals, and Kathy will probably attest that's totally out of the norm.
Not out of the norm. No.
But they were literally in separate buildings, and some didn't know who the others were, even by name. So they were completely separate. Well, now the environment has changed such that they have to talk to each other. And by the way, they're not loaning money to new customers right now. So the loan professionals are actually now selling cash management deals. So they're really kind of scratching their head a little bit right now, saying, I probably should have talked to those guys a little bit more earlier in my career, because now they're forced to. They've got to sell the stuff that they used to kind of look down their noses at. Now, there was also a marketing department. It was in a different wing on a different floor of the building where the cash management guys were. Now, they spent all kinds of time. They had a VP and a director and 3 managers and 8 line professionals. How many people is that? 13 people? Something like that? I didn't do the math. I wasn't keeping track. So anyway, that's why I'm not a banker or an accountant. So, they had all these people in the marketing department putting together this incredible material, big campaigns for mailers, for door hangers, for email campaigns, all these different ideas. But the sales guys didn't know what they were doing. These campaigns would go out, and marketing would start measuring what kind of response are we getting. And sales would find out about the campaign 2 months later. This is the banking world and it's finance, right? So, my encouragement, again, oh, and by the way, let's finish the circle. Customer service. Those poor people.
They didn't even know a sales plan was going on.
They had no idea. So, again, these different silos, and the right hand is over here, and the left hand's over there, and they never shook. There was never anything remotely like working on a parallel path, working together. So, yes, ma'am.
But this is a good place to interject.
Yeah.
The people that are dealing with the client all day long know the age, demographic, the needs, because and the customer service as well. But nobody's telling the marketing department how to market them best. Where's the demand coming?
Right.
So you got to know.
And who is your ideal customer? What kind of message do they need to hear?
And so if me as a designer and a marketing person,
right.
I could be putting in a photo that would be more appealing to, say, the people that are interested.
Right, and the customer service people are aware of where the problems are coming and where the confusion lies,
right.
and what the customers are actually getting out of all of this.
Right. So one of the things that I did with this credit union, I actually had the marketing people do ride-alongs with the salespeople. And man, did I get fights with them. You want me to do what? I'm not a field person. I don't sell. That's not me. And then I went down to the customer service folks, and I did the same thing with them. It was like I was the Antichrist or something. You want customer service people to ride along in the field with a salesperson. Yeah, and you know what else I want is I want the customer service people to go up into marketing and to have the marketing people go down to customer service and sit on the phones for a little while. Not to answer phones, because that would have been disastrous. But to listen in. Just to hear, what are the messages that you're hearing your customers give? What are the questions that they're asking? Susan?
Okay, so you can only imagine how I feel being the marketer, customer
You wear all
service,
three hats.
and all of it, living inside of my own self, because there's that part of me that's like, no, I don't want to go for a ride along with that person. I don't want to go do that. So how do I incorporate all of that into this one particular body?
I got one word for you.
Yeah.
Outsource.
Oh, okay. That would be delegate, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm working on that.
Me too.
Yes. Yes, yes.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
It is absolutely an investment. But when you have to wear all three hats, there's no way that you can do it effectively for a long time. Now, when you're bootstrapping it and you're trying to get things started, you don't really have much of a choice, and we get that. But at the very least, get some consultation.
But then you know all aspects of your business, so before you delegate, you need to be able to run that thing like a top.
Right. Right.
You can't teach what you don't know.
And
So how do you?
you need to keep right. Nobody's more invested in your business than you are. So you gotta make sure.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many of you have read Jim Collins' Good to Great? A few of you? Okay, if you haven't read that book yet, I encourage you very, very strongly, pick that book up. That book is all about focus. To me, that's the message that I get from that book. And I don't know what you guys got from it, but the hedgehog concept, the hedgehog is really only good at one thing. Excuse me. As a small business owner, especially when you get started, just focus on one thing. Figure out what that one thing needs to be. I feel like Curly.
From
Focus
City
on-
Slickers?
Yeah, from City Slickers. Just focus on that one thing. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Not that curly. Curly fries.
He must be.
Wow.
Interesting how
Who's
one
right
word
there?
means so much to so many people.
So, but I think one of the things that a lot of small businesses try to do is, in order to make it happen, in order to make that next dollar, they diversify. And we hear it's a good thing in our portfolio, right? Diversify. Well, it's good there, but it's not good when you're trying to run a small business. Focus on the things that you know will actually get you where you want to be. And identify the milestones that will put you on that path and keep you on that path. And if you don't have the budget to pay for somebody to coach you along that path, please go to the IEWBC. Because they've got some free resources that will help you on that path.
Amazing.
Excuse me? 3 minutes? That's all I got left?